Hi guys, I've been communicating with Amon Ray, the developer of AmOs. Building ISOs is not that hard. Yes, there's a lot of learning involved and time and discipline and keeping at it, right? But basically use what's out there online and look how other people create their ISOs. And then you can maybe, if you want to, create one for yourself. I'm not gonna show you how to build it. That's already in the other video. So I have this, I ran this script and basically it does the work for you. Just run build, rebuild, 30, 40, doesn't matter how these guys name it. It starts a script and it does the job. So I have now an ISO, a new one, an improved one. And we're gonna see if the ArcoLinux tweak tool is now working 100% on this ArcoLinux based system, because that's the goal. ArcoLinux tweak tool is called, meaning we'll visit ArcoLinux distros and it should all work, because in the end it's all ArcoLinux. And down the line we make choices like SDM, LightDM, Plasma or Xfce, a nice cute cursor, configs, conkeys, plank things up here, not down there, etc. So let's install Colares. That's the tool. Number 60 is the version. American English is what we choose. Watch out, these days we have to tell you to watch out. Antigua Barbuda is probably not the one you need. If you go to New York, everything is set correctly, United States. But if I go back to Belgium, Brussels, it says Antigua Barbuda, right? So there's a bug in there that we need to squash inside Colares or somewhere else, I don't know. But for now, until the bug is dead, we do ENUS UTF UK and apply here as well ENUS. And we're all concerned. I mean, we're all involved. Any distribution that builds an ISO today on Colares gets this, right? So it needs to be resolved. That's another bug that's bothering us. So the letters are gone at this point in time. It's no problem. Here are the letters, right? Just start typing. You see, it's all set correctly. It's the Belgian keyboard. Next. X4 and choices. Next. Voila. And off we go. And we'll get this, right? What you see is what you get. This is basically what we'll install, and all the possibilities we'll show them afterwards, because it needs to do its job. If you do a toggle log, you can see what's going on. Is doing an rsync. He's doing an rsync. So man rsync, read. What does it say? What does it do? We're basically putting all the bits and the bytes from the USB, right, from the ISO to your hard disk or SSD, or what's the other called, MMEC, what is it, the name again? But that's basically what it's doing. And let's pause the video here and I'll look up the name there. Just went to the shop where I buy all my stuff, and it's called NVMe, of course, M2 or NVMe SSD, these small things, and they can be installed as well in machines. And there we are. Let's restart and use this operating system. So the ISO is still in, you know the drill. You go down to boot existing OS. This is what you normally see, right? The grub, even a grub version, and then you boot up. You can change the wallpaper of grub to make it beautiful. And this is, of course, a beautiful raised Xfce. You wouldn't think it would be Xfce, but it is, and it's alive. Down here, it's alive, meaning the left control, the right mouse click, preferences. I would like to make it a little bit bigger, so I have some more fun. And there are so many themes, and thank you AmOs, well, Amandre, to allow us to copy paste all of these, and they're now part of the ArcoLinux Plank themes. So we have now this here, and why are we here? Because, well, it's all ArcoLinux, and I would like to have my if I would use this as a daily driver, then I would like to have BSPM though there, or awesome, or LeftWM. And the ArcoLinux tweak tool is a handy little thing to do just that. So sudo pacman, well, actually update probably is going to work. Let's try it out. Update is available. It's an alias. And let's see if I can make this bigger. Oh, I thought something happened here. Sometimes you can make this bigger. But just I wanted just to know, look, that's all Arch. That's Eric Dupois, GitHub, and that's from AmOs, right? So with this, I know enough. Let's see if I can make this. Let me try it some more. Make it bigger. I don't know what key binding there is. Sometimes there is a key binding. I'm pressing now right control and plus. Okay. So clear. Oops. Let's not shout. Voila. And then we go to the AUR. Yay, installed. Definitely. Paru, installed. Definitely. So 2 AUR helpers. If one fails, the other one is there. It's always good to have a backup. Same goes for browsers. So Paru, ArcoLinux tweak tool is probably something people will do. And you can either get it from AUR, or you get it from AmOs, and then you look at the reference, the number. So 787 looks more recent, and so the reflex is let's get it from there. Q, yes, enter, I mean, or yes, and then it starts building the ArcoLinux tweak tool. Now, I've seen in the package build that this is probably not the last version. It will update it. Look at this, 791, right? So the package build is created that way that you have a correct GitHub number, the last GitHub number on our repository, on our GitHub. Voila, it's installed. These are all dependencies, optional dependencies. Refactor is installed, ArcoGrid is installed, not the themes. ArcoLinux mirror list is not installed. All these guys are not installed. Neofetch, you would think, hey, Neofetch is installed. In the meantime, I know actually it's not. It's the Neofetch from AmOs in order to have this beautiful look. So that's gonna be a conflicting kind of thing, but that's no problem. We can always use our brain, right? So the ArcoLinux tweak tool is now supported on 13, and AmOs is the last one. And this is an ISO that you need to build. The ISO is there, I mean the configuration, how to build an ISO. You just run and wait, go for dinner and come back and you have an ISO. And then you burn and you play with it. So we have here the desktop, awesome. I can install awesome. No, I can't. There's nothing to do. I can click all kind of things. There's nothing to do. Why? Make sure the ArcoLinux repos are active. See pacman tab. Okay. All right. Install the keys in the mirrors. Pacman has no clue that there is ArcoLinux, that there is EndeavorOS, that there is XeroLinux, that there is Garuda, Chaotix repo. So that's the first thing. Probably, if you want to shop, make sure that pacman knows where to shop, basically, simply put. Okay, so pacman, if we do, let's maybe close it up, since now we have a terminal with such big letters. Let's clear sudo pacman -syyuu. Those are the lines. Now I'm gonna launch ArcoLinux tweak tool again. And in the mirrors, sorry, not the mirrors, but in pacman, I'm gonna say add this to pacman.conf. Add this to pacman.conf. It says down here as well. We try to communicate via the terminal as well. Often it's the same text, but if you don't start it from the terminal, you see it up here. And that's it. What happened to your system? Whoa, 3 extra lines. Right? And that's the thing. With these 3 extra lines, you have now the repos of ArcoLinux available. So if you say sudo pacman -s, I'm gonna get the ArcoLinux tweak tool. It's already in, I know, right? Tweak tool git. Then you see that we have a different kind of numbering. But yeah, whoa, stop, hold your horses, as they say in English, right? This is not going the right way, because we're going to downgrade, it seems, right? Because of the repos of what we use. So brain, work, right? Work. If you want to have the package from ArcoLinux repos, let's see if we have that alias. Yes, we have it. Pacman comes from the sky, from the top, and it goes down to the earth. It's like godlike mode. Look down, and the first thing it encounters, that's where it's gonna get it. The first thing it's gonna encounter is these guys, right? So I really want to have the package coming from here. I need to put hashtags in front of it. But as I just realized, there's no need. The only difference is the number. So the GitHub number. This is a reference from GitHub. Well, actually, that one, we've built this one, and we would like to go back in time. So this is less code, less good than this one. So no, let's not install that. We've installed something. We've installed Awesome, I believe. No, Super X. Logout. And we've got a beautiful SEDM theme. It was Elaron, I think. But we do not. Oh yeah. I'm too fast. Like I said, too fast, too furious always, right? I wanted to install it. Now this time I just launched it from here. I wanted to install it. The repos were not there. So desktop, awesome, install. Now things will get installed. It will find the ArcoLinux repos. It will install all that's needed to have a beautiful, different desktop. Welcome to awesome, right? Control Super C by Conky. See that you know all the key bindings. What you need to remember are a few key bindings. Super, enter. Do your thing. Update to this and that, the terminal. Super Q by terminal. Super Shift, enter. Welcome, file manager. Super Shift Q by file manager. Super Shift D. How do I launch an application? The D menu. Run whatever you like. Firefox. Start learning applications, the names from the applications. Super Shift Q. Super X. This is not for me. I want to get out. And we're back on SEDM. Choose whatever you like. There's a nice drop down. And you can choose some others. Let me just show you something that's quite extraordinary, like awesome, like summum of rising for Xfce. You would think, what is all that? Just click one, and then you know immediately what it's for. So if rising is your thing, but you're, let's say, too lazy, I was going to think, or not in the mood, to rise, you have this drop down. Maybe it can give you some ideas. So that's finally something I always have been looking for it, and this is actually something that I like. Voila. Have a look. I'll just stick with one and go back to the ATT. I don't know which one. I don't know also what's the default, so maybe I will ask AmOs to tell it under this video what is actually the default that we have, so we can go back to the default if we want to. Alright, let's just keep something. And then we have Ctrl-Alt-E, let's see. No, that's not working, so there's no key binding available. There is ATT, there is no ATT. Although it's very small, it was, this was the Ctrl-Shift+, that's what it is. And then, okay, clear. It's a little bit difficult for me to read, I must say. So let's do a Neofetch. It's dark, too dark for my eyes. So number 10, that's better already. Okay, ArcoLinux tweak tool. Those letters I can read. I think, yep, even without glasses. We're getting old. So I can remove anything I like. I can install anything I like. I can have my fix keys here. We install Alacrity if it's not there to show you this changes. So it pops open. Let's do this one. This is fast. It pops open and it shows you, look, we've changed that and that and that. And these are the servers that we've used, that we're using now. You can close this window. Do close it, otherwise ATT stops. Or you just want to have everything back. Everything is now set back. So whatever it was, the mirror list, it's back. We have here a run rate mirrors, that's new. So you can't click this thing. So if it's not installed, there is this line that pops up in between. Install rate mirrors. And when it's installed, then you can run the rate mirrors. And that's an application we call RAM or alias. It's just going to look at the servers of ArcoLinux, which are the fastest servers at this point in time from where you live. So it's doing all complex kind of things. In the end, you have a pacman list, a etc/pacman.d mirror list. That's it. Result is in there. And some other stuff that I've explained in other videos, so that's okay. I do like to see the grub theme, Vmix theme, that's working. So we saw the grub in the beginning. We can set any of the wallpapers, and maybe that's a good exercise. I've already clicked on a lot of wallpapers and made videos about it. Let's find something, right? Or let's see if I have no clue. I have always these what ifs, and then, oh my god, right? User, share, backgrounds is where I would look for wallpapers. And now I have ArcoLinux 2, 3. I have no clue how it looks. So number 2, and then we import it. What did I now add? I'm not sure. I think this one, right? This is not one of my defaults. So you apply the Vmix theme. There's a reason where there's a number. 1, apply the Vmix theme. 2, choose any wallpaper. Done that. Okay, and set it. Stop. Quit ATT, and let's see how it looks. Restart. We'll talk about the red things with AmOs or AmOs. That's an issue, right? It's maybe okay, it might be okay on your real metal machine, which in my case, my screen would be 1920 and 1080. But remember the, how do you say it, width and height, there's a name for it. The Enfin, you see what you see, right? The circle is no longer a circle. I hope this is not Earth, otherwise somebody is sat on it. And that's the difficulty with choosing these wallpapers. I find that an abstract wallpaper is always better than something with a face, or in this case a circle, because then sometimes it gets distorted. That's the word. That's not okay. But it works, right? That's the main thing. Grub works. It's just another wallpaper you need to choose. That's all. Ctrl-Alt-E is not working, Eric. Stop doing that. Just launch it from up here. The tweak tool, ArcoLinux tweak tool. Add to the favorites. So now it's here. Put it up here. Voila. What else? What if we changed quickly to 33A? Voila. And then we went to grub, done. We can always set it back, then everything is back the way it was. Login is checked. That's the one we need to check, right? We have been in Communicado, we've been talking, and etc sddm.conf should be now correct, and sddm.conf. Check this out. Scroll now up, and you're right to the next one. So let me check everything. Okay, I'll have to talk about this last sentence here. That needs to go. Almost there, guys, almost there. And here is the official last one. That's not live user, it's Eric, right? So that needs to be fixed. We're almost there. And the rest is okay. LR run, Bipata, modern ice, and all that. Okay. So this is the setup. You can't have doubles, I've said it in other videos. So there's just one auto login, and there is one theme, and that's over here. Here's the theme, the current theme, the cursor theme, the fonts, and it can't be in both of the files. Simple as that. Okay, I know what to tell him later on. So voila, that's working as well. Xfce, LR run. Yeah, we could actually have a quick test to see if it's working. Well, that's the fun with Sublime Text. No, it's not. It's here. So if the things we see here, if we want to change no auto login, so this one, no auto login, LR run is fine, but maybe Maldives, and Bipata modern ice, maybe modern Dodger blue, apply settings, then everything changes with it. It's no longer auto login, it is Maldives, and it's modern Dodger blue. So, and that's why we can't have several instances. That should be just the one here, and then we can have everything we like in the world. So Xfce, awesome. Apply settings will be awesome. Eric, auto login, Maldives, or not. Used to be LR run again. And this is, it should be perfect, right? It should all work nicely. We've tested this in other videos, no need to do that. This was the test for us, and there's just one minor thing we need to do, and then we're all good and set up, and that's another 100% ATT support. Nothing to show here. You can watch any of the other videos. It's all the same, of course, because it is all, it's gonna say it again, it's all ArcoLinux. This is something difficult. That's not the word, difficult. It's unique, that's better. It's unique. So the Neofetch is a special kind of Neofetch. If you are a developer and you want your logo, your ASCII logo, so this thing, if you want this thing to be incorporated in Neofetch, you have to ask the developer, and Dylan or something, I remember, and then it gets in there. But in the meantime, you have to wait. So you can, of course, change the Neofetch application. And that's what's done here. And that's why this looks here. So basically, I would say just keep out and enjoy the beautiful Neofetch logo. This thing, if you want less of these things, it is still where it always has been in the config Neofetch, the configuration file, right? If you say there is something you don't like, you see immediately how it's built up, right? Model, CPU, and even with the icons you can see, yeah, you can see a little bit, this is this and this is that, and here comes the software information, here is the software information. So you can still put a hashtag in front of any of those things and you dial it down if you want it, or change it. All right, so that's a little bit specific, and that's cool. That's okay. I'm not gonna mess with that. It's not gonna work, right? Because of the special Neofetch. But you can, right? If you remove everything and you install the default Neofetch, it will do that. Maybe I should show that. We have, it's in there. It's programmed. It's installed. We have removed the other Neofetch. We have installed the official Neofetch, and I do think we need to, I'm not sure, I don't think we can apply it yet. Yeah, we cannot apply it yet. What we need to do extra is the config that's here is not the correct one, and this one and that one is exactly the same, except the letter A there. Okay, so if we delete this guy or rename it, maybe a more prudent way of doing things is just say, come on, rename, voila, and backup. If you do a Ctrl-Alt-T, he's gonna make a config again. That's better. But he's still not, he's still showing this one. So I suppose we need to log out. Probably. Log out. Did not close ATT nicely. Voila. So we've got the default look. This is still there, but we've got the configuration that's default. And now, of course, with the default configuration and the application giving the ASCII code, we can again use the tweak tool. It is maybe a little bit complex, but it all comes down to an application and a configuration. That's why I did not close it nicely. That's what I said, and that's the result. I think, by the way, it's time to change something else. Voila. Ooh, no. To each his preference. This is not mine. Okay, this I can read. Fine. So, what was I thinking? Right, Neofetch. Let's just click a few things away, and then we apply and ask again, show me what you've got. It comes less and less and less. Because we're using the default, it knows, right? It knows what to do. It's an application. It's not a person. It's really, it's just checking, is that there? Okay, then we put a hashtag in front of it. That's basically it. And it's so easy to say than to make in Python. Enfin, Neofetch. Okay, pacman is just adding more keys and mirrors and installing stuff. This works just fine. It's an application that's awesome. It blocks all kind of rubbish websites that cannot track you, cannot spam you. It's beautiful. Same applies here, but in Firefox. An extension that you install. Technical, gonna work. Lots of videos about it. And what do we have? Is it SH? Yep. ZSH was a bit strange because it says AmOs ZSH is already installed, but it's a configuration of its own, right? The config of ZSH is specific. So either you keep whatever is there, or you say I'm gonna install AmOs ZSH, install the ATT ZSH-RC, restart everything, and then you've overwritten something, but there's always a backup, you know that. .back is ArcoLinux safeguard of your shells in this case. And then this will work, right? It's always tricky. And then you say, okay, I want to have that particular look refined, and there is random, so it means every single time something else. Sami is looking like this. You see a little image, basically down here, the line here that changes. So this is a nice one. Ctrl-T, and you have this look here. Because we can't see it anymore, Neofetch is gone. Well, Neofetch, ZSH somewhere, show shell, whatever it is. Show disks, locale, block, themes, here it is, show shell. Okay, apply. Ctrl-T. Where is it? Here it is, ZSH. So we've chosen a particular theme, and each time it's gonna be exactly the same orange thingy. So that's that. So voila, this is only active when you select the application, right? We've installed desktop, we've installed Awesome WM. Basically, we can now say, all right, let's use Copland, and Copland will be the theme, or use Blackburn, and then this will be the look, or Power Arrow, and then this will be the look. Apply. We're not talking about these elements, we're talking about those lines up there. That's what we change. And some border colors as well. That's it, I think. I'll take it up with Amon Ray to do the last, put the dots on the eye, and then the ISO is ready to go. And it's gonna be perfect. He has made a gem. Very proud of what he achieved with all the tutorials we've made. So check this out. This is really probably for many people say, wow, I am gonna check this out, right? This seems like a wonderful, easy way to switch and rise, as they say, your Xfce desktop. All right, cheers.